Welcome to all of you. Today we are going to solve the third problem in case of internal reconstruction. So we have the following is a balance sheet of Vijay Limited as on 31/3/2018. We have share capital 10,000 shares of rupees 10 each, 1 lakh, BOD 15,425, sundry creditors 15,000. Then we have goodwill, building, machinery, stock, debtor, cash, PL account and prelim expenses. The company adopted the following scheme of internal reconstruction. Reduce the present value of shares of rupees 5 each fully paid. Sundry creditors agreed to forego 20% of their claim and company decided to pay them cash immediately. The company made a fresh issue of 6,515 equity shares of rupees 5 each fully paid and pay the BOD completely. The directors of the company found that the machinery is overvalued by 10,000 and they proposed to write off intangible assets and PL account completely. Past journal entries in the books of the company. So we have share capital 10,000 shares of rupees 10 each, we get 1 lakh. They have not mentioned what type of share it is, so we conclude that it is equity share. Then we have BOD 15,425, creditors, goodwill. As per instruction in the question, goodwill has to be written off. So goodwill annu tegilebeku. Next we have building, machine, stock, debtor, cash. Then we have PL account 20,800 has to be written off. Preliminary expenses 1,500 has to be written off. ಅಂದರೆ ಪುನರ್ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ ಮಾಡೋ ಅಂತ ಉದ್ದೇಶನೇ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ ನಷ್ಟಗಳನ್ನು ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು. The purpose of internal reconstruction is to write off the expenses and losses appearing in the balance sheet. So in that order, goodwill has to be taken out, prelim expenses have to be taken out, PL account have to be taken out, means it has to be written off. The company adopted the following scheme of internal reconstruction. Reduce the present value of the shares of rupees 5 each. If you look at your preference share, we have 10 rupee, it is reduced to rupees 5. So we get capital reduction 5 rupees. Sundry creditors agreed to forego 20% of their claim and company decided to pay them cash immediately. That means sundry creditors we have 15,000 in the balance sheet. 20%, that is 3,000 is being reduced, foregone. ಅದನ್ನು ರದ್ದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ 15,000ದಲ್ಲಿ 3,000 ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಉಳಿದ 12,000 ತಕ್ಷಣ ಪಾವತಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Out of 15,000, 3,000 is being reduced, 20%. Remaining 12,000 has to be paid off immediately. Next, we have company made a fresh issue of 6,515 equity shares of rupees 5 each. So 6,515 shares are issued to the public of rupees 5 each. So 6,515 into 5 rupee, you get 32,575. So 32,575 is a fresh issue of shares to the public. And pay BOD completely. Takshana BOD na kodle beku. The directors of the company found that machinery is overvalued by 10,000. It's called depreciation. In accounting language, overvalue is called depreciation. And they also proposed to write off intangible assets and PL account completely. Intangible asset andre goodwill and prelim expenses. Past journal entries. Old equity share capital account debit 1 lakh. To new equity share capital account 10,000 into 5 you get 50,000. Remaining 50,000 is called capital reduction. Creditors account debit 15,000. To bank 12,000, we pay immediately 12,000. Capital reduction is 15,000 into 20%, 3,000. Bank account debit to equity share capital account 6,515 shares are issued at 5 rupee, 32,575. Then we have this bank overdraft account debit to bank 15,425 paid off immediately. Total capital reduction comes to 53,000. Used to write off goodwill 10,000, PL account 2,800. Depreciation, that's called overvaluation 10,000, prelim expenses 15,000. Then we get capital reserve balancing answer. We get 10,500. Students, prelim expenses is 1,500. Balancing figure we get 10,500. Thank you.